Bunker? Let me see. You can hear this dude doing this video. So I gotta step away so I can turn YouTube off because I can hear this dude. Hopefully there's nobody coming in live while I walk away. But I gotta step away for a second. Matter of fact, hold on, let's see. Let me see if I could control my TV from my phone so I don't gotta get up. I could just turn it off. It will say app upgrade needed. Hurry up and upgrade, dog. So I could turn this off. But it's gonna burn valuable time anyway, so it ain't nothing. What's going on? King YN Ice, what's going on? Pussy Talks. But yeah, okay, let me go ahead and open that. Go to remote. Boom. Lovely. Let me turn the TV off. Boom. Modern technology. I ain't even have to get up so y'all can see that I ain't got no drawers on. I just got on a t-shirt, no drawers. I'm recording podcast, dick dangling, my nigga, just swanging and banging, my nigga, just free balling it, nigga. I'm naked up under here. Let me go ahead and mute my phone, cause you know how I do, baby. Oh yeah. All right, let me go ahead and get Creed again. All right, for sure. That's working. And here we go. Yeah, man, I told y'all I be naked from the waist down when I do this podcast. What's going on, Motown Players Car Club? Detroit in the building. And then there was bass. Good evening, motherfuckers and motherfuckers. This is your host, Uncle Dolemite of the Too Much Game Podcast, live from the sanctuary once again. Boy, today's episode, happiness is a choice, my nigga. You know, like, simple concept, just some shit I had wrote down. Like, I had to go through my topics and shit. You know how I go. Like, I just got done doing Breaking Bread with Big LA. Shout out to Big LA. You know, motherfuckers was chopping it up. Y'all go check that out. You know, I'ma find a nigga platform, put the link in the bio so y'all can check it out. Matter of fact, it's on my page. So y'all go on my page and watch that shit. Let me go ahead and fade that out. But yeah, nigga, today's episode, happiness is a choice, my nigga. Like, you can't choose what happened to you, but you can for damn sure choose how you react. You can't even choose how you feel, but you can choose how you approach things. You could choose, you know, the way that you view things. You could choose whether you view it in a positive or a negative. You can take it as a loss or a lesson. You know, to me, I either win or I learn, so I don't never lose. What's going on, my nigga Baylor? Members Only Miles Club. That nigga got a difficult ass RG name. You know, but like I said, like, you know, as of recent, you know, I guess I'm kind of letting the cat out the bag a little bit, but at the same time, I'm transparent with my listeners, my nigga. My listenership and the patrons of my comedy club is two different groups. What's going on, LaShack? After I record this episode, I'm gonna be in Hollywood, so let me know where you gonna be in the town, cause you know I'm coming out there tonight. I'm going to Chocolate Sunday. What's going on, JP motherfucking Justice? That's so crazy how the motherfuckers who just joined this live, y'all might want to hear this, my nigga. You know, especially JP. We gonna talk about this shit later on, JP. But like I said, nigga, I had a little hiccup this weekend, my nigga. You know, we was supposed to record our goddamn, you know, we were supposed to have our comedy show last night. But thank you for asking, JP. I'm about to tell you right now, nigga. Okay, let me use my words wisely. The landlord of the place that we're renting for our comedy club locked us out of our building. Like we was supposed to do a show last night, but we was locked out. So the business partner of our landlord, which is also I guess our landlord, we spent a nice little chunk of time having us a real spirited conversation about what we gonna do moving forward and how this is gonna be remedied, because it will be remedied. It will be taken care of. Like, all's well will end well, because at the end of the day, like I expressed to them without giving away too many details, this will end well for us. More Laughs Comedy Club will continue, whether in the current location or somewhere very close. We'll still be in San Bernardino. Like, we literally have our next location if need be. Like at the end of the day, if we need to move, we can move at literally a moment's notice. I have everything that we have to keep our club running in my house right now, and I can easily move it. So, with that being said, no show tonight. More Laughs Comedy Club will not be open tonight. Hopefully, ain't nobody headed up there or nothing, because we not rolling tonight. But very soon, we gonna be cracking, like, so we don't need no condolences. We not going out of business. We still very much in business. This was low key a blessing in disguise, because in reality, like, there was somebody involved in what we got going on who was acting in bad faith, and we knew that. So basically, all they really did was show their hand. So with that, we gonna get them up out the paint. Meaning whatever they got going on, it's all good, because we have leverage, we have a case, we have representation, and we have an understanding of what we got to do moving forward. So all we gonna do is what needs to be done. So it's no need for nobody to be sad, panic, outraged, or angry. Because again, I could have flipped out, crashed out, got all mad. I could have jumped on social media and bashed these people for being stupid, but that's all unnecessary, because at the end of the day, the plan is to keep on doing business as, like what we put on that lease. But because what they did was in breach of that lease, now we got to move forward a different way. But if it's a situation where they don't properly remedy the situation, we're going to do what we got to do. And what we got to do won't take us much effort. At the end of the day, like I said, we have a backup location. So it's not even a situation where we going to be out of business for too long. Because at the end of the day, part of what we going to be discussing as far as the remedy for this situation is, every day y'all keep us out of business is a day that we going to need y'all to put dip on the chip. So I would suggest that whatever happens very fast, because every day that we not rolling, we not making money. And if y'all costing us money, we gonna cost y'all money too. So like I said, without saying too much, without being too specific on who the parties are involved or anything like that, all will be well. All will be restored. Everything is gonna go the way it's supposed to go. So bullshit ain't nothing. But again, it's a choice. Like, you can choose to take something that don't go in your favor and get mad and go all overboard with it, but I choose to deal with things logically. Like, I take hiccups and things not going my way as opportunities to show people what I'm really about. Like, this is cool. Like I told Maury when everything happened, I'm like, I ain't tripping. And it's, don't mistake my calm demeanor for not caring. The reason that I'm calm is because, nigga, we'll solve this easy. Like, this is peanuts to an elephant, my nigga. Like, this is small change to a gentleman like myself. Like, we had that shit handled shit, nigga, within not even an hour of conversation. Like, Maury and dude, they was going back and forth for a cool little minute. And the whole time they going back and forth, I'm just Googling our rights and what we need to do moving forward and, finding a motherfucking a solution to the problem. And once I found that, I expressed what we had to express. And, like I told them, right now we got a verbal resolution. But moving forward, we going to have a real, actual resolution. Or, it's going to be what it's going to be, my nigga. Because at the end of the conversation, basically it's like this. You play ball or we going to kick the ball over the fence. And we taking the scoreboard with us. It's simple. So like I said, like, I didn't get mad. I didn't handle it emotionally. Like, I handle everything logically, my nigga. Like, no matter what happens, I win. Like, I'm never tripping off things not going my way, because I know, like I say, in life in general, nigga, life is a roller coaster. And it wouldn't be fun without the ups and downs. Like, you need the downs just like you need the ups. Things not going your way help you appreciate things actually going your way. When shit go fucked up, it's like, all right, whatever, because we know it's gonna get greater later. What's going on, Podface? And that's all it is, my nigga. Like, that's how I handle things. That's how I process information. Like, shit ain't going our way. It's cool. We'll fix it. Because that's what it was. Like, okay, motherfucker put a lock on the shit. What we gonna do about that? We gonna reach out to this motherfucker. We gonna get this taken care of. We gonna do this, and we gonna have this shit fixed. And it was fixed. So like I said, nigga, we might not be operational today. We wasn't operational yesterday. We gonna see what it's looking like by Friday. But again, this shit gonna get remedied, my nigga. We gonna fix it. What's going on, Keys, man? My nigga said coming back from Bakersfield. Shout out to Bakersfield. That nigga Sag was saying there's some like good ass hamburger restaurant out there. I need to check that shit out, because if that shit better than Hawkins, I don't believe it. It's hard to believe that there's a better hamburger on the planet than Hawkins House of Hamburgers and Watts. Like, hell no. Hawkins is the shit. But, like I said, like, in anything, any given situation, my nigga, like, you always choose to handle shit positively. You know what I mean? Like, any given situation that happens, it's gonna happen. With the understanding that in life, shit gonna happen. Good shit, bad shit, shit gonna go your way, shit not gonna go your way. That's something that you should just understand about life in general. So when things don't go your way, with the understanding that that's just a part of life, always choose happiness, my nigga, because that's a choice. Being angry, that's a choice. Like I say, disappointment, you don't have no control over what happens. You only have a control over your reaction. Same with emotions. You don't have no control over how you feel, but you for damn sure have a control over how you react, how you respond. So with me, especially emotionally, nigga, even when I'm disappointed, even when I'm sad, even when something happened that really just fucks me up, like I choose to handle it calm. I keep my poker face together at all times. Like, niggas saw that shit in crystal clear HD yesterday. I'm cool as a motherfucking cucumber, because I understand. Might not be fixed right now, but I know for a motherfucking fact it's gonna get fixed. And what you say, Keys, man? What's going on with Uncle Dolemite? Just hopped in. What's today's topic? Today's topic is happiness is a choice. What you say? Podface couldn't find anything good to eat. Found some trash fish though. Damn, nigga. I wouldn't assume that there'd be no good fish in Bakersfield, nigga. Maybe some good, pause beef, cause it's a cow town like a motherfucker. But fish in Bakersfield, ain't no water near that motherfucker. I wouldn't assume they'd have no good fish. But, I digress. But like I say, any given situation in life, my nigga, cause like, even when it comes to tragedy, like losing somebody who you love in your life, my nigga, like, you can look at it, one or two ways. The number one way, like I say all the time in life, You don't own nobody. Nobody's time on earth is permanent, just like nobody's time around nobody is permanent. So with that understanding, you enjoy the time that you have with people, and when it's over, you celebrate the good times that you have with that person. What's going on, Heaven's World Podcast, back in the motherfucking building. Shout out to Heaven. But like that's the thing. Like, when you lose people through tragic circumstances, of course it's fucked up. Of course it's only natural that you gonna be sad because it's not a happy occasion when you lose somebody. So I'm not saying to, do a second line and celebrate, play music and be happy when somebody pass away. But at the same time, like, it's all in how you process things. Like me personally, nigga, when I lose people through tragic means, I just celebrate the time that I had with them because I understand that it's not gonna be forever. Like nobody, God didn't give nobody forever to be on the planet. Like we all got a finite amount of time. Same as when you in relationships with people. Like you might have planned on being with a female forever. You might have planned on being with a man forever. But that don't mean that y'all got forever to be together. So you celebrate the time that y'all had and you move the fuck on. And again, it's not to act like you don't give a fuck, but at the same time, like with the understanding that nobody's time is permanent, you do the best that you can in life to enjoy all the time that you have with whoever you have for however long you have them. And you'll feel better for it when it's time for it to end. What's that? That nigga name is crazy. OTWTV. Shout out to that. And of course, Heaven, shit, you already know. I'm waiting on you. Whenever you want to do something, we can do something, Heaven, because you already know. We good like that. But, like I said, like, in life, like, you just got to move around like that. Like, you have people for a finite amount of time. So if you love somebody, tell them you love them. Show them you love them. When you around people, even when you in situations, when you have a career, nigga, make the most out of every motherfucking moment that you have in life. Because you don't ever know when that shit gonna end. Nobody has forever in nothing. So with the understanding that you ain't got forever, nigga, you should be trying to get the best out of everything. You should be doing the most that you can to get the most enjoyment out of everything, out of everybody. Because you never know when it's gonna end. So by the time that it ends, you can feel good about the way that you interacted. Like I tell motherfuckers, like, the reason young people funerals are sadder than old people funerals is because a lot of times with old people, there was no unfinished business. As opposed to young motherfuckers where all you could think about is the potential that they had. But at the same time, again, with the understanding that this shit not forever, it's kind of like that's fucked up, but it is what it is. Like me personally, nigga, that's my thing. That's my mantra. It is what it is. Because when we went up to the motherfucking door yesterday and that motherfucker was locked and the bitch changed the locks on us, I'm like, it is what it is. We gonna find a solution for this shit. We gonna come to a resolution about this shit. And we gonna keep the fuck on. We gonna keep on going. Cause like I said, this a minor setback. This is a very temporary situation. Do we want to be able to say that we was operational every fucking week, all the time? Of course. But being that that's not the case, we going to come to a motherfucking solution. We going to fix it, and we going to be right back in business like nothing ever happened. Again, like, you can choose to handle, whatever situation come your way however you want to. But me personally, I choose to be cool. Like in everything. I keep this stoic demeanor at all times because like I say, I understand that there's going to be times when things don't go my way. I can't choose to have everything go perfect all the time. Life wouldn't be fun if it was perfect. I say that shit all the time, my nigga. Imagine a roller coaster that just went up and stayed up and just went the same way the whole motherfucking ride. That should be boring as a motherfucker. You need them dips and drops and spins and curve, swirls and all that bullshit. Nigga, that's what make life enjoyable, my nigga. The twists and turns. That's what makes any movie that you ever see enjoyable. the surprise, the moments that catch you off guard. Same with comedy. That's what makes jokes funny. The fact that we can catch you off guard. We might be talking one way and you hear us break down our perspective and then we bank a hard turn. You like, what the fuck? That's what brings the involuntary action of you laughing because we catch you off guard. And that's life. Like whenever shit go fucked up, a lot of times I'll literally say, like, boy, God got a cold sense of humor. Because, it just is what it is. It's like, nigga, we're put here to solve problems. We're put here to, have things go in certain ways to see how we react. Any given situation that happens to you is an opportunity for you to prove what you made of, what you capable of, how you're built. So when things go fucked up, like I always choose to look at it as an opportunity. Like, okay, this didn't go right. Cool. How are we gonna solve it? Because like I told Maury, nigga, these are gonna be the things that we gonna talk about when the documentary come out. These gonna be the things that we talk about at the award show. These the things that we gonna talk about when we celebrate making our first million. When we celebrate getting our first big check or having, like our first big time celebrity guest or any of that shit. Like, nigga, remember the motherfucker locked the gate on us? Remember when this happened? Remember when this happened? Like, nigga, we don't choose quit, my nigga. We choose the solution. Every fucking time. Cause like I say, nigga, happiness is a choice. How you view shit is a choice. Like being that, I come from circumstances where I spent a lot of my childhood being poor. That helps me with a whole lot of shit that happens in my life now that I got money. Like when things don't go my way, a lot of times I genuinely have the mindset of I've solved bigger problems. I've been through worse circumstances. I've overcome things that was way more severe than this. So when it comes to certain shit not going my way, it's just like, it happens. That'd be the thing though, because a lot of people when they see how I react to shit, a lot of times they be thinking like I don't give a fuck. Like I'm cool cause I don't care. And it's never that. Like, nigga, I care just as much as anybody else care, my nigga. My thing is, like I say, like I just choose to, go about shit different. That's all. Like, nigga, I don't go through life married to problems. Like I genuinely look at shit like, well, shit didn't go the way we wanted it to, but at the same time, it could be worse. So we gonna move accordingly, my nigga. We gonna find a solution. We gonna get to it. It is what it is, my nigga. Cause again, I understand that life wasn't meant to be perfect. So with that being said, nigga, we just gonna find a solution to whatever given problem. Whatever they put in front of us, nigga, we gonna overcome it. Cause that's what we was put here to do. Nigga, we was a man was put on earth to solve problems. So whenever I'm presented with a problem, I just look at it as an opportunity to say, hey, nigga, here's how I'm built. Here's what I'm with. Here's what I can do. And it is what it is, my nigga. Like I don't get flustered a lot of times. Like do certain problems be bigger than others? Yeah. But worry don't solve no problems, my nigga. I tell niggas that shit all the motherfucking time. Like, nigga, crying don't solve problems. Worrying don't solve problems. Nigga, all worry do is bring stress. And like I tell niggas, stress will kill your ass. So I don't make it a habit of being stressed. I don't make it a habit of getting out of my character. I don't make it a habit of jumping out of my skin behind shit. Because I know, like, it happens. Like whenever shit fucked up happen, I literally tell people it happens. When the stupid white bitch hit my car when I was in Vegas, it happens. What's going on, Pork from the Cool Out Corner? You know, nigga, that's the understanding that I have in life, nigga. Shit happens. Things don't go your way all the time, my nigga. Sometimes, you know, you get a bump on your motherfucking head. It happens. What's going on, Smeezy? You know, it is what it is, nigga. Like, I don't get flustered. You know, I just find solutions. I make the best out of everything. I get put in situations that I don't want to be in all the motherfucking time. And it's like, shit, nigga, I could choose to be butthurt about it, or I could find a motherfucking solution. Like, nigga, being sad don't solve no problems. I ain't never seen a problem that my tears solved. So I don't make a habit of sitting here crying and belly aching and being butthurt about shit. I just find a solution, my nigga. I just make the best of it. You know, last night, nigga, did I want to be on stage performing and all that shit? Hell yeah. You know, like I said, nigga, I want my business to be open as much as it can be. You know, nigga, I tell Maury all the time, nigga, we got $1 million to make. Multiple millions of dollars to make. You know, and our business not being open is not helping us reach that goal. But at the same time, we gonna reach that motherfucker. Hell, high water, or otherwise. We gonna get this money. So, you know, this was a minor setback. It was some shit that didn't go our way, but it's gonna get solved. You know, like that's just how I view life in general. Whatever problem you put in front of me, that motherfucker's gonna get solved. I'ma solve that shit, nigga. Ain't no problem bigger than me, my nigga. You know, like I say, like, nigga, God don't make problems I can't solve. Because if he put me here, nigga, and gave me the problem, he gave me the solution too. I just gotta find the motherfucker. It is what it is. You know, like I say, nigga, any given situation that's put in front of you, nigga, your reaction is up to you. How you view shit is up to you. How you react, how you respond, all that shit is up to you, my nigga. You know, so choose happiness, my nigga. Cause at the end of the day, nigga, choosing sadness ain't gonna help you. Choosing being butt hurt, crying, belly aching, ain't none of that shit gonna solve nan problem. You know, like I told the homie yesterday, like, nigga, I solve problems logically. You know, whenever I'm presented with a stimulus, you know, I always choose to calm myself down so I could move with, you know, like, strategy. Like, I need to be able to process this shit, think about it, you know, and move wisely. Because I know, nigga, when you in an emotionally heightened state, when you highly angry, sad, disappointed, and things of that nature, nigga, your IQ drops dramatically. When you moving in anger, your IQ drops dramatically. You know, when you move in anger, when you speak in anger, when you move and speak out of, you know, emotion, whether that be disappointment, anger, depression, sadness, you know, or any of that shit, nigga, you not operating at your highest mental capacity. You know, so like with me, nigga, I always like to sit back, think about shit, you know, count to 10 or whatever the fuck I gotta do before I, you know, even open my mouth to say anything. You know, cause a whole lot of what happened last night when we was sitting there, I just was sitting quietly, reading, you know, what are my rights in this situation? What are the smartest moves to make in this situation? You know, what have people who got put into this situation done before me? What did they do that worked? What did they do that didn't work? What is it that they did that I can implement to make sure that what my next move does is effective? You know what I mean? Like, nigga, I don't sit there and get butt hurt and cry about shit. I'm like, all right, nigga, I'm just gonna try to think strategic. You know, like, I'm gonna make my next move my best move. And I move like that accordingly with everything. You know, that's just how I move around life in general. Like, I do the best that I can to make sure that whatever move I make, I move smart. Nigga, I don't move emotional, my nigga. You know, because I understand. Nigga, my emotions don't help me. You know, like I say all the time, it's healthy to have emotions. This is not an anti-emotion show. Nigga, you not human if you don't feel things. But you don't move on how you feel. You move on logic. You move on strategy. Just like in the last episode, you move from a place of understanding, but you can feel how you feel. You can feel sad, but just because you sad don't mean you got to do some sad ass shit. You can feel angry, but that don't mean you got to do some angry ass shit. Because like I say, nigga, I get angry. I get disappointed. Yesterday, I was disappointed in a motherfucker. But I don't show my hand, my nigga. Because the thing is, a lot of times when people know that they can pull your heartstrings, when they know they can get to you, they feel a level of power. And I don't like to give people that power over me. Like me personally, nigga, that's something I'm real heavy on. Especially when it comes to conflict. Like, I don't like to have people feeling as if they can pull my motherfucking heartstrings and be some type of puppeteer with me, my nigga. Like, I don't like that. We don't do that, my nigga. Like, I'ma walk around this motherfucker and have you feeling like I never gave a fuck. That's the thing. Cause like I tell people, it's a lot of people in life that their victory comes when they get a reaction out of you. Like it brightens their day. It put a smile on their face to take the smile off of your face. Like people get happy to fuck your day up. Like it brings people great joy to steal your joy. You can't allow that, my nigga. Like that's what it is with me. Like I don't like letting motherfuckers take the smile off of me. Hell no. Like nigga, you're not gonna get that. Nigga, we break up, nigga, we get into it, motherfucker. I'm gonna live my life and have a smile on my face, regardless. I'm not letting you take the smile off of me, my nigga. Hell no. That's a privilege I don't give freely. Cause like I tell motherfuckers all the time, like, all that shit is a choice. Nigga, you choose to be happy, sad. You choose to crash out. I don't choose that shit. Nigga, I choose happiness every motherfucking time. I choose logic every time. Nigga, I choose to move smart every motherfucking time. Like, I don't let niggas get me out of my character, my nigga. I don't let niggas get me out of my zone. Nigga, I'm always gonna be cool. I'm always gonna be laid back. Because I'm not gonna allow nobody to get that smile feeling like they scored points on me. Like, I don't like that idea at all, my nigga. Like I tell the homies all the time, like, it's not weak to have emotions. It's weak to move on your emotions. It's weak when you let a motherfucker get you out of character and crash you out. I don't let niggas crash me. Nigga, you could disappoint me. You could betray me. Like I say, you could piss me the fuck off. But I'm not finna show you on my face that I'm pissed off. What's going on, King John? Probably saved our marriage. Like, the fuck? Nah, you don't get that, my nigga. You do some shit to get a reaction out of me, to get a rise out of me. I'm not gonna allow you the satisfaction of seeing it on my face. Cause like I say, nigga, some motherfuckers, they get off on that shit. Like, oh, you should have seen that nigga. He was mad. You should have saw that nigga. He was in his feelings. You should have saw that nigga. He looked like a deer in the headlights. He was hurt. Like, niggas love that shit. You not gonna get that shit from me, my nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck what you do, say, how you act. You gonna get this same motherfucking expression. You gonna get this same motherfucking demeanor. I'ma remain cool at all times. Like, I got motherfuckers who I know is hating. Nigga, I'll be telling you as a hater, and you trying to revel in my downfall. And I'm like, it's gonna be all right. All is well. Oh man, I heard this happen. Yeah, but it's cool. Problem gonna be solved. Shit happens. I'm not gonna allow you to see me flustered, because a hater love to see you flustered. A hater love to see you in your feelings. A hater love to see you have an out of body experience. Especially niggas like me. Haters love to see a cool nigga not be cool. I'm not gonna give you that, my nigga. I'm gonna just tell you straight the fuck up. You're not gonna break my cool. You're not gonna change my facial expression. You're not gonna take me out of this good ass zone. You're not gonna take my good ass energy, my nigga. Because there's people out there who are literally energy vampires. Nigga, they see you having good energy, they want to take that from you. They don't like to see you smiling. They don't like to see you winning. They don't like to see you sitting up under the sunshine with a motherfucking lemonade, my nigga. They want to see you fucked up, pissed off, in your feelings, out of body. You can't allow that, my nigga. Like I tell people, I choose happiness. Even when it comes to the people who you choose to be around, who you choose to keep in your life, my nigga. I don't keep niggas around me who enjoy chaos. I don't keep niggas around me who hate. I don't keep niggas around me who always negative or got negative shit to say or always got negative feelings. Like, that's not conducive to the life that I want to live, because I want to live a life of positivity. And words are important. Energy is important. I can't have negative energy around what I got going on, because everything that I got going on is positive. Everywhere that I'm trying to go in life is positive. So why would I have a negative motherfucker around me? Why would I have a motherfucker that speaks the language of failure around me? That's not conducive to what I want out of life. So why would I be around a motherfucker like that? Like, why would I keep a hating ass nigga around me? Why would I keep a punk ass bitch around me? Like, I don't keep suckers around me, my nigga. Like, if that's the language you speak, nigga, we got a language barrier, my nigga. What's going on, August After Hours? What's going on, my nigga Styles from the Brunch Hour Podcast? Like, that's the thing. Like, I be telling niggas, man, a lot of the reasons certain niggas can't get what they want to get out of life is literally they circle. Like, you got suck ass niggas around you. You got lame ass niggas around you. You got niggas who always speak failure around you. Like I tell motherfuckers, a whole lot of hate is wrapped up in fake concern. You tell a nigga your business idea and he always telling you, oh, well, I heard this be happening. I hope this don't happen. I don't want this to happen. I hope this don't happen. No, you want that to happen. That's why you keep bringing it up. That's why you always bringing up failure, because you want failure. You want to see a nigga fail. That's why you keep bringing up things about failure. You want to see a nigga fucked up. You say, oh, I hope this don't happen. Like, I hope, I hope your car don't crash. Why the fuck would you even speak on that? What's going on, Britt Renee? I could talk about this all day podcast. And what you say, Styles, I feel like I see that every day. Dudes be having a quote to me. A quote to me. And that's what I'm saying. Like, whenever I'm telling somebody a business idea, I don't want to hear how it could feel. I know that. It's business. So if every time I tell you something, nigga, you want to express your concern, don't tell me that shit. Don't bring it up. Don't say it out loud. Unless I'm going to just completely stop talking to your ass. Because I don't talk to niggas who speak failure. Nigga, all I want to hear is congratulations. I can't wait to see that shit manifest. I can't wait to see you do your motherfucking thing. We all know failure is a part of everything. Why the fuck are you speaking that on my shit? Like, I don't fuck with niggas who speak failure. I don't fuck with niggas who always, I'm just concerned. Motherfucker, everybody concerned. But I don't want to hear your failure ass talk about what the fuck I got going on, my nigga. And what you say, Britt Renee, hey, I'm late. I'm on the road right now, so my service might go in and out, but I'm listening. Shit, niggas, we only halfway through the show, man. You right on time. But like I said, like, when it come to me, I don't fuck with that. Oh, I just hope this don't happen. I hope this don't happen. I hope this don't happen. To me, that feel like sarcasm. I think you really want all those things to happen to me, my nigga. That's why you keep speaking on it, my nigga. That's like me saying, hey, man, hope your mama don't die. Hey, man, hope you don't catch cancer. Like, why the fuck would you say that? Like, so if I'm telling you something about something I got going on, I don't want to hear your fake ass concern. We know things happen. We understand that, my nigga. But don't speak that shit on me. Put that shit on somebody else, my nigga. I don't like that shit at all. Like I tell niggas, a lot of niggas is secretly wishing failure on you. They praying on your downfall. Like I tell y'all in multiple episodes, watch who you have praying for you. Because a lot of niggas is praying for you to fail, my nigga. When y'all niggas say, oh, pray for my grandmama, pray for my dog, pray for my business, pray for my cousin. Don't pray for that shit, my nigga. Cause I don't know what the fuck prayer you doing, nigga. I'm gonna pray for myself. Don't even trip. What's going on, my nigga? My nigga Jay from the motherfucking Cognac Room podcast. Jay Christian up in this motherfucker. Like, fuck that shit. Niggas be praying for your failure. Like, you don't know what the fuck they telling God, my nigga. Don't intercede on my behalf. I got this. I deal with that shit. I don't want to hear y'all niggas praying that bullshit on me, my nigga. You know, like Britt said, nigga, they praying on you. Prey. You know, that's why I don't do all that pray for me shit. Pray for my cousin, pray for my auntie. You know, like I tell niggas, you supposed to keep shit like that in-house. Like I say all the time, you don't put niggas in your business that ain't invested in your business. If I need prayer for something, I know who to go to. I got a specific group of people who I go to. If I need somebody to pray for my mama, or pray for my business, or pray for something I got going on, I got people who I go to specifically. Like, hey, you know, my prayer warriors. You know, I love y'all and I know y'all love me and I want success for y'all and I know y'all want success for me. I need y'all to pray for me. I don't need the goddamn internet to pray for me. Them niggas don't know me. Nigga, the internet revels in your failure. The internet love to see you fall. The internet love to see you fucked up. That's why so many niggas, when you tell them some bad news, what happened? What happened? Tell me more. Like, they love to hear you tell a story about how your shit fell. Niggas love to hear how the middle of your cake fell in. I'm not telling you shit, nigga. Fuck you. And what you say, Styles, you could tell who's for you and who's not when you talk about your idea. You gotta have problem solvers around you. People that know how to build. Exactly. You know, and that's my motherfucking thing, dog. Like I said, like, I don't tell niggas my business who not invested in it. Like, I'm not finna give you the full run of what I got going on, knowing damn well you could potentially be a fucking hater. Like, you know how many motherfuckers is really out here hating like a motherfucker and they in your circle? A lot of niggas got a hater standing right next to them, my nigga. Every time you tell them something, they got some concerns. You know, every time you tell them something, nigga, oh, I hope this don't happen. Well, you know, this be happening and shit. Why the fuck you gotta say any of that shit? Niggas be hating like a motherfucker. You know, nigga, you really know a hater when you tell them some bad news and they be excited. What? What happened? What happened? And then you tell them some bad or some great news and they like, oh, okay. Hey, nigga, I just made $1 million. They're like, oh, man, that's cool, man. You know, congratulations on that shit. But when you tell them some fucked up shit, they're like, what? Nigga, you got in a car accident? Damn, that's crazy. What happened? Was you drinking? You know, like, I've seen that shit too many times, my nigga. And these be the niggas that call themselves your friend. You know, like I tell motherfuckers, the reason I don't run with a big-ass group of niggas, the reason y'all don't see me taking a bunch of pictures with niggas and hanging out with too many niggas is because I know a lot of niggas is haters, my nigga. You know, like I tell niggas all the time, like I put that shit on Snapchat some years ago. A couple niggas screenshotted that shit and stole it. But I put 99% of niggas ain't 100. Like, I genuinely look at 85% of niggas I meet in the world as bitch ass niggas. Like, nigga, real niggas is rare. And I tell niggas that if you around 10 niggas, 7 of them bitches, at least. That's why you don't never see me with 10 niggas. You'll never see me running with no big ass group. Because I genuinely believe that most niggas you encounter weak as fuck. So I don't keep weak ass niggas around me. Like, I'm very careful with who I keep around me. I'm very careful with who I share information with. I'm very careful with who I speak to on a daily basis, who I talk to on the phone, who I be close to, who I be around, who I even fucking take pictures with. Everybody who know me know. If you follow me on social media, y'all niggas don't see me taking fucking pictures with niggas. You know, 12 Cal, he talk about that shit all the time, nigga. He joke about it a lot. But that's the motherfucking truth. I don't take pictures with niggas. What the fuck I need a fucking picture with you motherfuckers for? Like to prove to somebody I know you? Nigga, 90% of these niggas bitches to me. So why the fuck am I taking pictures with them? You know, like I told the homie that shit. Like, nigga, the reason y'all niggas don't see me flicking it up with motherfuckers, because I be like, man, I don't want to have to delete the goddamn picture and, you know, scratch a nigga face out the picture. And, oh, man, you know, you saying that nigga pussy, but shit, nigga, look at all these pictures y'all together. I thought that was your dog, your bro, your brother. Nah, I'm cool. You know, niggas come out the closet as bitch every motherfucking day. That's the coldest gender reveal in the world. Finding out a nigga's a straight bitch. And what you say, my nigga Styles, and can't think that way, and can't think they way out of a wet paper bag. Exactly, you know, cause that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, certain niggas is cool, but I don't take pictures with niggas because I genuinely look at niggas as bitches. What's going on? 12 Cow podcast and Rap Soul podcast. Like, these niggas hoes. So I don't make it a habit of taking pictures with niggas. What the fuck is that sound? But you know, like that shit weak to me. You know, so like I said, like when it come to my friends, my confidants, people who I tell shit, I got a very small group of niggas who, if something happens, I'll tell them or I'll voluntarily tell them. I got a very small group of niggas who my phone dial out to them. Or when they call me, I actually answer the goddamn phone. You know, like I tell niggas, man, like, I don't view everybody as no real nigga. You know, and this ain't me being pessimistic or, you know, me being motherfucking like a sad person or a Debbie Downer. I just don't be thinking these niggas be real like that. So when it comes to me, I allow you to prove yourself as a real nigga, and if I deem you to be that, then we'll be cool. But outside of that, man, I look at niggas as hoes. Like, niggas weak. So I don't make it no habit of just, oh man, we had a cool day, nigga. This is my friend. Like I tell niggas, I don't use that word loosely. Man, you know how many of these niggas is straight bitches? I don't want to put that strong ass term on no weak ass nigga. Friend is a strong term, especially friendship with a nigga like me. You know, because like I tell you, nigga, anybody who listens to this show on a consistent basis, no, like, nigga, I want everybody who listens to this show to view yourself highly. So if you do view yourself highly, like, why would you allow any weak ass nigga to get around you? Why would you associate yourself with a motherfucker that you know is a bitch, a pussy, a fraud, a liar, a sucker, a hater? Like, nigga, you gonna be a sucker by association? A bitch ass nigga by association? I don't associate with bitch ass niggas. You know how they say birds of a feather flock together, my nigga. Why the fuck would I be kicking it with a nigga that I know is a bitch? A nigga who I know is a hater. A nigga who I know is a sucker. A nigga I know who's a failure. You know, and like I tell niggas, especially a nigga like me, nigga, I got millions of dollars I'm trying to make. Why the fuck would I be around niggas who don't have the same mindset I got? You know, like, that's not conducive to my growth, my nigga. That's like you riding in a car with a nigga that's going in the opposite direction. How the fuck I'm gonna get where I'm going and I'm riding around with a nigga that's not trying to get to my goddamn destination? That shit don't make no fucking sense, my nigga. You know, I tell niggas that shit, nigga. Like, the niggas who you rolling with is the niggas who either gonna help you get to your destination or get away from your destination. It's no in between, my nigga. If you hanging around with a bunch of niggas that ain't trying to go nowhere, how the fuck you gonna get somewhere? You trying to get to $1 million and you fucking with a whole bunch of niggas that's satisfied where they at. How the fuck you gonna get to where you trying to go? You hanging with a whole bunch of $200 niggas. Why? That's dumb as hell. That don't make no motherfucking sense. So when it come to me, my nigga, I only fuck with niggas who I see going where I'm going, or I'm not with them. And you know, like I tell people, it's nothing wrong with having friends that might not be like-minded. They might not be as ambitious as you, but you supposed to compartmentalize. You know, I got homeboys who satisfied with a couple dollars. I got homeboys who satisfied with having 2 cents over lunch money. But you're not going to see me with them all the fucking time. You gonna see me with them in those very rare times when I got time to sit there bullshitting. But outside of that, I'm only fucking with motherfuckers who I'm building with. I'm only fucking with motherfuckers who got a similar level of ambition. Because every moment spent not grinding, I'm slowing down. You know, like I say, my nigga, life is constantly moving, my nigga. It's the earth spinning fast as a motherfucker. Time is moving fast as a motherfucker. So every moment that I spend sitting still, I'm being left behind. I don't sit still a lot. I don't watch TV a lot. I don't be kicking it, my nigga. Everybody who know me know, nigga, 99 times out of 100, if you get me on the phone, I'm busy. If you texting me, I'm busy. You holler at me, you get the rare opportunity to speak to me, I'm busy. You know, do I have time to chop it up with you sometime? Of course, especially like if you like one of my inner circle, somebody who I fuck with, somebody who I like. Hell yeah, nigga, I be making time for the motherfuckers who I got love for. But what the fuck I don't do is sit there bullshitting with motherfuckers who I know ain't got the same level of goals that I got. You know, like I don't make it a habit of sitting with niggas who stagnant because it's gonna stagnate me. You know, like energy is contagious, my nigga. Laziness is contagious. You know, niggas will sit there convince you that being lazy is cool. Like, man, you know, we had a cool day just sitting up not doing shit. And you're like, you're right, this was nice. Man, we was relaxing like a motherfucker, wasn't we? And then you watching everybody else accomplishing goals and doing shit. And you like, damn, I spent way too much time not doing shit. You know, like I tell motherfuckers, like I genuinely look at life like, you know, for every moment that I'm not working, is somebody that's working. You know, that $1 million that I'm trying to get, nigga, every day that I'm sitting still is somebody running towards it. I can't let that happen, my nigga. You know, and again, that's not what the show is about. That's a tangent, but hey, nigga, God put it on my heart, nigga, so I gave it to y'all. You know, but again, like just when it comes to life in general and like how you process things, you know, when things happen in life, like nigga, your reaction is a choice. You know, like with me, I always choose to be happy. You know, like even when it comes to my status in life, my stance in life, you know, do I want more? Hell yeah. But I'm happy with what I have. You know, I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm happy with what I've accomplished. I'm happy with what I'm doing and where I'm going. Like, you know, I don't look at myself like because I'm not where I want to be, somehow I failed. You know, you ain't failed till you quit. What's going on, Plexio? You know, so when it come to me, my nigga, like I always choose to be happy every day. You know, I tell niggas, just because this is my facial expression don't mean I'm not happy. I'm happy as fuck. I'm joyful, overjoyed, excited as a motherfucker, my nigga. I'm bursting with happiness. You know, you can't see it on my face, but I'm a happy dude. I'm a jolly nigga. Like I just keep this fucking facial expression. But trust me, my nigga, I be happy as a motherfucker. You know, I got a beautiful life, happy kids, cool career. You know, I live in my own house. I'm a homeowner. You know, I got a lot of dope shit going on, my nigga. Like, you know, shit's going great for me. Do I want a lot more out of life? Yeah. You know, am I gonna get it? Yeah. Do I have it? No. But I'm not disappointed about that shit. Like, it just is what it is, my nigga. Like, I'm on the way. And even that, I'm happy about that. That nigga said Mr. Snuffleupagus. Exactly. That nigga Maury called me Eeyore the other day. Like, Eeyore is a sad person. Like, he's a representation of depression. I'm not depressed. I just have a stoic demeanor, my nigga. But again, I'm happy as fuck. Like, anybody who's been around me know, like, I got real good energy. I'm just calm. I'm just laid back. Like, I'm like Droopy from the cartoons. Anybody who from my hood for real, who knows me, who knows my background, you know, that's my nickname. But That's the fucking thing with me. Like, I'm always happy, and I tell everybody on the show, like, that this should be your aim in life, is to be happy. Find what makes you happy and do as much of that as you can. Because again, like I said earlier about, the temporary nature of your interactions in life, and how temporary everything in life is. You get the most out of life that you can. You spend as much time with people that you love as you can. So in the ultimate time of them not being here no more, you can be happy with the fact that you got the most out of your interaction. Like, when it comes to me, nigga, I do the best that I can to get the most that I can out of every moment in life, because I know I ain't gonna be here forever. I know every position that I'm in ain't gonna last forever. So when it comes to that, I always do the best to get the most that I can out of everything. That's the reason that I take everything that I do so serious. Because when it come to podcasting, nigga, I put 100% into this shit so I could get the greatest results out of this shit, so I can be happy with whatever outcome that I get. What's going on, my nigga Ringo? We need to talk 23 podcasts up in this motherfucker. Shout out Ringo. That's what I mean by choose happiness. Because when you've given your 100% in anything, it's easier to be happy with whatever result that you get. Like I say, my nigga, when you go to the funerals of older people, the reason it's not as sad as it is with the funerals of younger people is because you got the most out of your interaction with that old person. You got 1,000 memories with that motherfucker. Where the young motherfucker, you feel like, damn, I didn't do this. He didn't do this. We didn't get to accomplish this. And bop, 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 bop. So when it come to that, nigga, in life in general, you should keep that in mind. The fact that this motherfucker not gonna be here forever. So when it comes to life, choose to do the things that make you happy. Sometimes if it's a concert in your town and you want to be responsible that day, sometimes you're going to have to choose to just have that experience, because you never know when you're going to get the opportunity to do that again. So it's like, fuck it, nigga. Let me take my ass to this motherfucking concert, because ain't no telling when Chris Brown coming back to town. Like, I regret not going to a motherfucking Frankie Beverly and Maze concert, because we ain't got Frankie Beverly no more. So when it come to life in general, my nigga, like, you want to do the best that you can to get the most out of this shit. Like I told y'all the story about how I went to the Players Ball. I could have went to work, my nigga. I'm like, fuck, like I said, nigga, with the, as responsible as I am as a person, like I've literally had to convince myself on multiple occasions to every now and then just let my hair down. Obviously not literally, because I ain't got no goddamn hair. But like, sometimes you gotta just buckle down and just enjoy some shit. Have some good experiences, my nigga. Like, do some things that make you happy over the things that pay your bills. Because you never know when it's gonna be your last opportunity to experience certain things. So get your ass out there and do some things that make you happy. Cause you never know when you gonna have to clock the fuck out. So with that being said, nigga, like, I chase happiness. Like I say, I want $1 million, nigga, but I'm never exchanging what makes me happy to get that $1 million, because I don't want to get that $1 million and I ain't got the happiness no more. Like, I'm always gonna choose the happiness, my nigga. And what you say, 12 Cal, same. I had a chance to go see Prince. He was here in ATL and I didn't go. It was the last show he ever performed. See, that's what I'm saying. What's going on, my nigga? Big Ken on Fire. Fire Session Podcast. FIYAH Session Podcast. I'm going to be on there soon. I got to check my calendar to see when, because it's going to be early April. But I'm going to be on the Fire Session Podcast real motherfucking soon. When will that be? April 7th, I'm going to be on the Fire Session Podcast. But, like I said, my nigga, when it come to life in general, like, you always should be choosing the things that make you happy, because you never know when it's going to be your last opportunity. Like, I'm not wishing death on no entertainer. But if there's a concert of a motherfucker who you enjoy, like, Nigga, your ass better get out there and go see that motherfucker, because you never know what could happen, my nigga. You know how many times I could have took a picture with Nipsey, but I didn't, because I'm like, oh yeah, next time I see him, I take a picture with him. Nigga only 30. Like, nigga, everybody don't die in their old age. Some of these niggas gonna die at 32. Some of these niggas gonna die at 44, 50, like 60. Like, niggas die every day, B. Like, nigga, even you listening to this motherfucking show, like, you never know when it's gonna be your last opportunity. You know, like the motherfucking the video I made not too long ago, they was like, oh, it's a threat of a drone strike in California. I'm like, shit, you better go get you some pussy. Bitch, you better go get you some dick. I don't wanna die with my balls full. I need to go get my dick sucked ASAP. I need to go get me some pussy, because I don't want to die with desert dick, my nigga. Drop your standards. Shit, nigga, with the understanding that life ain't lasting forever, nigga, I'm taking the whatever pussy comes. Nigga, I'm trying to enjoy myself, my nigga. I got one shot at this motherfucker. Nigga, if you got some pussy for me and it seemed like something that I'd enjoy, I'm open. I'm open to applications. I'm bullshitting just in case. You know, I ain't trying to catch nothing, but I'm just saying in general, like in life in general, nigga, you should be open to being able to enjoy yourself as much as you can. You know, whether that be a concert, nigga, whether that be going out and having a good time with your friends. You know, like I say, letting your hair down every now and then. Because again, like myself, as a highly driven, highly ambitious person who's always hustling, always trying to figure out a way to get this motherfucking $1 million, nigga, even I gotta take a break from the grind just to do some shit that put a smile on my motherfucking face. You know, like they say, nigga, all work and no play, nigga, it makes you a dull motherfucker. Like, I don't want that for me. You know, because again, like when it come to a whole lot of people who got interviewed on their deathbed and they asked people what their biggest regret in life was, a large percentage of them say they worked too hard and they didn't spend enough time doing things that they enjoyed. So, you know, for me to close today's episode, you know, I urge you to choose the things that make you happy. You know, because again, like, nigga, you don't never want to look up and you got a whole bunch of money, but you don't have no happy memories with it. You got a whole bunch of material, superficial bullshit, but you don't have no happy memories attached to it because you traded all your times of being happy to get the superficial bullshit. Like, you don't want that to be your legacy, my nigga. Like, you want to have happy memories with your family. Happy memories with your friends, colleagues, and all the people around you. Like, you want to have that impact on people where you left a good impression with everybody, where they felt like your energy was good, well, and needed to put a smile on all the faces around you, my nigga. Like, your net worth ain't going on your headstone. You know, you should be doing the best that you can to enjoy experiences and times with people, because this shit is finite, my nigga. Nobody gonna be here forever. Nobody gonna be around each other forever. You know, and like I say, nigga, that's not only in death. Sometimes, nigga, motherfuckers get good jobs out of state. Motherfuckers get divorced. Motherfuckers break up. You know, things happen to where people be out your life. So do the best that you can to enjoy any interaction that you have with people, because you never know when it's gonna be your last time. You know, and I'm gonna drop the mic on that shit. This has been your host, Uncle Dolemite of the Too Much Game Podcast, live from the sanctuary once again. If you would like to support me financially, you can cash at me at Uncle Dolemite, Uncle Dolemite, or get you some merchandise at your own risk at Too Much Game Podcast.store, TOO Much Game Podcast.store. You know, I could take some donations. You know, like I said, my nigga, my motherfucking comedy club ain't in operation right now. So if y'all want to send a donation to More Laughs Comedy Club, nigga, send that motherfucker to Uncle Dolemite, my nigga, and let me know what it's for, and we'll move forward, my nigga, because we could use some money. You know, support the motherfucking squad. Townhouse Media, Town E House Media. You know, Sports for You podcast, Sports number 4 letter U podcast. Shout out my nigga Maury, just jumped up in this motherfucker. Donate to the More Laughs Comedy Club. God damn it, cause we could use it. You know, shout out to all the podcasters that fuck with me. 12 Cow podcast and the Rap Soul podcast. Shout out Britt Renee, I could talk about this all day podcast. King and Queen Germ, Pod and Saved Our Marriage. Shout out to August After Hours podcast. Shout out to the Fire Session podcast that I'm gonna be on April 7th. Shout out to them. Cognac Room podcast, Rodis Live podcast, ShanBePoddin.com, ChanBePoddin.com, ShanBePoddin.com. She got 100 fucking shows, so I can't shout all them motherfuckers out. You know, shout out to Cool Out Corner podcast, I'll Explain All This Later podcast with Big Smash. Fuck you, Smash. Motherfucking 8 More Than 92 podcast, number 8 More Than number 92 podcast. Fuck you, Harrison. Who else, my nigga? You know, Cognac Room podcast, if I didn't say him. And I think that's it, my nigga. You know, like I said, follow me on social media at Uncle Dolemite everywhere. You know, Uncle Dolemite, or the Too Much Game podcast, TOO Much Game podcast. Follow More Laughs Comedy Club, MOOR_Laughs_comedy, you know, for the comedy club and shit. Like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. I think that's it. I ain't here to help you get bitches. I'm here to help you get better. Too Much Game.